Alright, so the story starts off with two of Sid's friends flexing the new Supreme merch they just caught. With their new drip acquired, they think they have the stats to go on a two-man mission. After making a couple of zesty poses, Sid is not feeling it because he knows there's 60 overall brown shirts with no badges and no VC. And it turns out they got this off 𝗥𝗢𝗔𝗗 because this shit fake as fuck. After getting finessed, they realize their seasons are over. Then Sid starts flexing, realizing he's fitted in Supreme head to toe every day. After aura farming a little bit, he realizes everybody in the town wears suits. Wait, hold on. Why does this dude look like Ace Phoenix? Oh, and I forgot to mention this earlier, but the reason why Sid has so much drip is because 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 owns Supreme in this world. Basically, 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 is a group of mostly girls that shadow form to fight evil while lurking in the shadows. Now Sid's kind of pressed because 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦's ripping off people in the real world that he told him about. At this point, Sid's tired of 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 making money off other people's ideas, so he gets up and says their motion ends today. So Sid puts on a mask and suits up, using slime magic to alter his appearance, becoming the legendary John Smith. Sometime later, Sid links up with 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦, aka fake-ass Yumiko from Brawlhalla, but apparently Shorty's tough because she is the monarch of the White Tower in Llama City. Basically, 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦, aka 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦, and the major corporate alliance are having a gang war over who gets what. So while the two corps are fighting, Sid and 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 plan to take that shit. 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 informs Sid about the man behind the major corporate alliance, named 𝗥𝗢𝗕 the Sword Devil. Apparently, 𝗥𝗢𝗕 and 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 have history. Now 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 wants revenge on 𝗥𝗢𝗕 because when they were younger, 𝗥𝗢𝗕 was handing out free t-shirts one day, slaughtering 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦's whole clan. 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦's about to be next until a younger version of Sid shows up and slashes 𝗥𝗢𝗕's out. 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 starts feeling like Sasuke and tells Sid that 𝗥𝗢𝗕 is off limits because she wants a one-on-one fade to avenge her clan. And Sid wants to bring down 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦 just to bring it back up again. The next day, Sid is out shopping with his friends, and Sid notices something looks different about the bill they just received. That's because the major corporate alliance dropped a new bill. Sid finds out 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦, aka 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦, had bills of their own before this. Sid realizes that the major corporate alliance bill is not as good in quality compared to the 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦 bill. Then Sid gets the idea to start committing fraud by making counterfeit money because Sid always wanted to do this since he was a jit, and Sid jugs his friend by running off with his money. Sometime later, Sid links back up with 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦, and Sid explains to 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 how paper money has more value than gold right now. Sid gives 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 the two bills he stole earlier. 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 instantly notices the quality difference. 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 says the major corporate alliance bill is made with rougher edges, so it'd be easy to make a fake. Sid tells 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 that he has the infinite money glitch by just mass producing the fake bill, but 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦's worried about getting caught because the major corporate alliance bill is still new. Sid gaslights 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 into thinking the plan all along was to get caught. The reason they want to get caught is because word would spread that fake bills are going around, making the bills lose their credibility, so everybody would start trading their paper money for gold. Sid and 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 want to be like Soldier Boy and be the first ones on this, so they can just trade in the fake money they made for gold. Sid and 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 part ways for right now. Wait, hold on. Let's see what 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦's doing. Bro, what the f? Anyway, after that no-name got put in a Yamcha pose, Sid links up with Delta to enjoy ramen. Delta's one of the 7 shadows who's a very skilled wolf assassin, but she has the IQ of a fucking rock. After they finish eating, Delta tries to convince Sid to go hunting with her, but Sid's not feeling it because he got better shit to do. But with a little bit of necessary fan service, anything can get done. Sometime later, 𝗥𝗢𝗕 gets informed that everybody he hired earlier got turned into hashtags. So 𝗥𝗢𝗕 said he's done fucking around and puts in his main group called the Clovers. While Delta's on her killing spree, Sid, being the master thief he is, starts looting. After her massacre, Delta runs into her big brother Sabra, but then she slimes him because he was working for the ops. Being done with their hunt, Sid and Delta decide to go home for the day. Sometime later, 𝗥𝗢𝗕 tells his assistant to summon the rest of the Clovers because Delta just killed one of them, and also tells him to strengthen their forces because he knows he's getting cooked by 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦 right now. A fat ass time later, Sid links back up with 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦. Apparently, 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦's been locked in mass producing these fake bills. 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 even questions if Sid knows which one's real and which one's fake. Sid, not wanting to lose his aura, starts bullshitting and describing the bills.
You do not.
Obviously, the bill of lesser quality is the fake one. What?
Dumbass! 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 swears she's Sasuke and tells Sid that 𝗥𝗢𝗕 is off limits again. 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 explains to Sid what happened to her clan in this flashback, and it's just what I said earlier in the video. Oh, and the reason why 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 explained this is because she doesn't know Jug Smith and Sid are the same people, so she just knows John Smith. Damn. Back at 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦 Incorporate, Alpha gets informed that the fake bills Sid and 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 made earlier are going around in their stores. Alpha's basically the co-leader of 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦, who's a descendant of this one elf hero whose name I totally didn't forget. Just know Alpha's like that. Alpha states that the major corporate alliance doesn't even know that somebody's making a fake of their bill, which means the major corporate alliance is still making bills, which is a huge problem because if word got out that a bunch of fake bills are going around, paper money would lose credibility, causing both 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦 and the major corporate alliance to crumble. Oh, and the girl in the back is 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦. 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦's the 4th member of 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗏 and the 3rd out of the 7 shadows. 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗏 Gamma's in charge on all the daily missions and operations. Gamma's also the face and president of 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦. Oh, and if it's not clear by now, nobody in Shadow Garden knows that Cid's behind the fake bills right now. 𝗥𝗢𝗔𝗗 gets informed about the fake bills going around, and 𝗥𝗢𝗔𝗗 can't even tell which one's fake. Wait, hold on. Why is 𝗥𝗢𝗕 so good at making fake money? Like, she swears she's a part of Project Gutenberg. Anyways, apparently 𝗥𝗢𝗔𝗗 had the same idea as 𝗥𝗢𝗕 and Cid's plan for months. The reason they didn't act on it first is because the cult wanted to collect all their assets. And you might be wondering, what cult am I talking about? The cult of Diablos. Some secret evil organization that's trying to resurrect the demon Diablo. And apparently they were running shit in history for a long time. Until Shadow Garden peered up. Hey! A fat ass time later, Alpha deploys 3 members to investigate Cid and 𝗥𝗢𝗕's train. Those 3 members consist of 664, 665, and 666. They already know that this train is carrying fake bills and unreleased designers, so they need that. They start wondering why a train with so many valuables is unprotected. They know something's up because a lick this free is too good to be true. 664 and 665 end up getting captured by magically reinforced thread, and this dude Cid starts ore farming. Bitch, you are not sorcery. 664 tries to escape but realizes there's levels to this magic shit. 666 tries to attack Cid but ends up getting fried, stating that she doesn't have enough badges to pull off the move she just tried. Cid tells them to stop being nosy and stop trying to figure out his plan, and tosses them hoes out that window. After taking that fat ass out, Alpha sends in 𝗥𝗢𝗕 because she knows that trio was weak as fuck. And surprisingly, this fight is pretty close. 𝗥𝗢𝗕 gets the upper hand by blowing up the train captain room, but it doesn't matter because Cid just ends up crushing her with the rubble. With 𝗥𝗢𝗕 subdued, Cid thinks this fight is over until 𝗥𝗢𝗕 picks up a familiar scent, and that's because Cid changed everything but his scent. 𝗥𝗢𝗕 tells Cid that Alpha sent her to hunt John Smith, but 𝗥𝗢𝗕's confused because she can't hunt Cid. 𝗥𝗢𝗕 threatening to tell Alpha, Cid lies to her saying he's on a super secret mission, saying she can't tell anyone, not even Alpha. And before y'all get to typing in my comments, relax, she's a wolf. Cid sends 𝗥𝗢𝗕 to hunt a dude named 𝗥𝗢𝗕 in the lawless city, saying she will get a big reward from him if she completes the hunt. And then Cid and 𝗥𝗢𝗕 start embracing each other. Bro, what the fuck are you watching? Bro, relax, it's not even like that, bro. And besides, you know I only go to Yuri. What? A fat ass time later, Gamma informs Alpha that 𝗥𝗢𝗕 might be dead due to John Smith. Alpha tells Gamma to continue the search because she at least wants 𝗥𝗢𝗕's body. Gamma tells Alpha with the amount of counterfeit bills increasing, everybody's business will crash, including 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦. Gamma says they must think of a plan and kill John Smith. Alpha finally figures out Cid's plan and gets fully enraged just talking about it. A few minutes later, 𝗥𝗢𝗕 tells his assistant to tell the royal guard to search everything going in and out of the capital. 𝗥𝗢𝗕 starts gently tweaking and puts one of his bodyguards on a t-shirt. A long ass time later, Cid's back on his train and destroys the checkpoint the major corporate alliance put up. Alpha finally runs up on John Smith thinking she's avenging 𝗥𝗢𝗕, and they both instantly get to fading each other. Now, Alpha is like that. I did say that earlier, but mid-fight, Alpha starts realizing there's genuine levels to this shit, saying the way John moves and fights is identical to Cid. Alpha being confused, she asks Cid what happened to 𝗥𝗢𝗕, and Cid replies by saying he sent her somewhere far, which is technically the truth, but Alpha has no clue what he's talking about. Alpha says she doesn't understand why Cid is doing any of this and what his end goal is. But despite all of that, Alpha says she wants to support, understand, and be there for Cid. Alpha tells Cid that she's scared that Cid has no use for her anymore. Cid tells her that she'll understand that this was the right decision to make once this whole plan is over. Alpha locks in and says she won't keep on dragging Cid down, landing a clean cut on Cid's arm. Alpha tries to follow up with another attack, but Cid catches her sword. Cid said that attack would have worked if Alpha was a little bit better.
And Cid tosses that weak shit to the side.
Alpha starts flying and follows up with a counter attack. Cid taps back into his Naruto bag and smacks that bitch with a go palm. That Cid links back up with 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦. 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 shows Cid how she traded all the fake money for gold. 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 explains how she got her hands on authentic banknotes, which they can use to get even more money. 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 says when the people try to redeem their money, the MCA nor 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦 have the funds to supply their demand, causing all businesses that carry cash to shut down. 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 goes into another long, detailed version of her backstory, which I don't feel like explaining right now, so Violet put this up on the screen. After that long ass backstory, Shadow Garden's team morale is at an all-time low. Nah, but this is actually how I ball up after I lose 3 games on Marvel Rivals. 𝗥𝗢𝗕 gets informed by his assistant that 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦's behind the fake bills, and this dude 𝗥𝗢𝗕 starts gently tweaking like me when I see my parlay chalk. 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦𝗦, count your fucking days. 𝗥𝗢𝗕 hears 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦's bells jiggling. He starts fearing for his life. This dude 𝗥𝗢𝗕 is sweating so hard you would have thought he was trying to make the cut for the next Tuka. 𝗥𝗢𝗕 senses 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦's Kasune spirit and instantly starts clutching on his chain. Alpha is hella depressed because she thinks Cid still doesn't need her anymore. Gamma tells Alpha that the MCA shut down all their stores, causing civilians to incite multiple riots, all demanding their refunds, turning that little shit into Gotham with no Batman. Gamma says they only got a few more days at best until 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦 collapses. With a little hope left, we finally get some good news for 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦. Ida pulled a few all-nighters to decipher the code Cid gave to Beta earlier, which I totally covered. The note explains Cid's true plan, including the rebuild part, telling Shadow Garden where to find the coins him and 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗦 ran up. The note further explains how this was the most beneficial option for 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦, and he wouldn't be surprised if they resented him for it. And hey, 𝗥𝗢𝗕's still alive, so the team morale is at an all-time high right now. A fat ass time later, Cid goes to check up on his goal. but that shit's gone. Apparently, 𝗥𝗢𝗕 gooped this shit. Shout out my Arc Raider players. I be on them night raids at twitch.tv/29hours. Sid starts tweaking and taps into a Seattle bag, hitting that femfold. And then bro starts tweaking some more, laughing like a complete maniac. And this is one of the few rare L's from Sid right here. He's scaring the huzz. That's some H. Sid locks back in and is genuinely pissed, saying he's not about to let that shit slide. Saying, fuck what you could be talking about. 𝗥𝗢𝗕 about to die for laying his grubby hands on my fucking loot. Shortly after, the city's in absolute chaos right now, looking like them boys back in quarantine. And while all that's happening, Yukumi's giving straight belt to 𝗥𝗢𝗕. Even though 𝗥𝗢𝗕 killed her mother, Yukimi decides to spare 𝗥𝗢𝗕 because he once saved her life and her village. But 𝗥𝗢𝗕 not going for that, so he gets up and pops a bean. And I ain't talking senzu. After buffing himself with that bean, Yukimi proceeds to get absolutely blitzed by 𝗥𝗢𝗕. 𝗥𝗢𝗕 starts tweaking and starts getting flashbacks of the past, but he ignores them and he's about to put Yukimi on a t-shirt until Sid comes in clutch and hits 𝗥𝗢𝗕 with the down 4-2, sending 𝗥𝗢𝗕 flying into a bunch of trees. Sid instantly speed blitzes 𝗥𝗢𝗕, saying that he's only here because he wants his money back. But 𝗥𝗢𝗕 doesn't know what Sid's talking about, so they start going blow for blow. I'm just kidding, bro. 𝗥𝗢𝗕 gets absolutely washed. But 𝗥𝗢𝗕 gets back up and tries to pop all his beans at the same time, until Sid's size 12 Balenciaga boot gets well acquainted with 𝗥𝗢𝗕's jaw. Sid taps into his Batman bag and starts hitting him with the "now talk." Damn, how many bags this dude got? Bro, get the fuck on my video, bro. Anyway, Sid proceeds to smack 𝗥𝗢𝗕, hitting him with that "where's my money?" Sid hits 𝗥𝗢𝗕 again. And again. And a few more times. At this point, Sid's playing Paint the Town Red with this dude 𝗥𝗢𝗕's face. 𝗥𝗢𝗕 is getting beat so bad that he's getting flashbacks of when Sid beat him as a kid. 𝗥𝗢𝗕 nor Yukimi don't know that they're the same people, which is important later. 𝗥𝗢𝗕 starts crying, saying that if he was stronger, maybe things would have turned out differently. 𝗥𝗢𝗕 says he just didn't want to let them take from him, saying he just wanted to protect her. Sid realizes he's been talking about Yukimi this whole time, and 𝗥𝗢𝗕 gets put on a t-shirt. Why do I not feel bad? Then Sid proceeds to walk up on Yukimi, and then Yukimi hugs him. On top of that, she moans this dude's name too. 𝗥𝗢𝗕 ain't even been dead for 2 minutes. I know he hot in his grave. Then Sid starts healing her wounds with magic, and then Yukimi realizes that he was the same person that saved her back then. While that's happening, the major corporate alliance gets raided and everybody gets arrested. And I just realized something. Sid brought down this dude's empire, took his girl as he was dying right in front of him, and took all this dude's money. You can't tell me this dude John Smith is not like that, bro. Yukimi thinks Sid is gonna bury 𝗥𝗢𝗕, but whole time he was looking for his loot that 𝗥𝗢𝗕 stole. And I just realized something. He brought a shovel with him this whole time. Bro thinks he's 𝗥𝗢𝗕, bro. What? Alpha links up with Yukimi to give her a note that 𝗥𝗢𝗕 wrote for her before he died. Alpha tells Yukimi that the cult of Diablos are the ones who corrupted 𝗥𝗢𝗕. Alpha tells Yukimi what 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗕 actually is, and also tells Yukimi that they took all of her and Sid's gold. Alpha offers Yukimi to join Shadow Garden using 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗕 as their front and her working under them, which Yukimi accepts, saying she looks forward to doing business with them. While that's going on, Sid is still looking for his treasure, but he has 𝗥𝗢𝗕 helping him, which 𝗥𝗢𝗕 does ask for her reward because she did kill 𝗥𝗢𝗕 back in Lawless City. But Sid tells her whatever she asked for must meet his conditions. Sid gives up looking for it, so he walks off, and 𝗥𝗢𝗕 actually finds what they were looking for this whole time. Well, it looks like this is the end of John Smith's story for now. I can't lie, this is a fun one. But be sure to like, sub, and comment which anime or anime alter ego I should cover next. Yo, Violet, play that shit.
Shit on with a 1017. For my drinks with a 1017. Say you flex with the full of you and me. I can't lie. Serving for your